Alright, I think I'm all set up, so let's have a look at our second vodcast. We've got Kostucha and Schrammbles. Kostucha hasn't joined that long ago, has joined an MT18 but has done very well, finished 13th there. So it's a very high win rate of a very nice 69%. Schrammbles, of course, you've definitely seen him around, has been here for a while, has joined in MT13. Got the best placement of 9th, the coveted, not quite top 8 place. And has a win rate of 70%. So both very strong racers, as expected in these pretty late rounds. I don't know what round that was, but it's later than the previous one we saw. As we'll see in a moment. Just check on these VODs quickly again. Alright. We have Kings Valley 2, the seal of El Giza for the MSX home computer. We don't get a lot of MSX games, so this is pretty exciting to see. I think it's got some pretty good games, and I think this is like one of the inspirations for La Mulana. It looks a lot like that, at least. And here we go. So this is a kind of puzzle platformer. Each stage consists of a few rooms that are connected, and you kind of have to find the right path through, pick up the right items and use them and so on. And I think this is a fairly challenging game. I did watch this when it was played. I don't think I really understood everything about it. Let's have a look at the base spin here. Oh, that's a very sizable base spin. Okay, let's see. Konami puzzle game was released in Europe, apparently. Interesting. You can jump, you can use items, you can restart the stage if you're stuck. And apparently that's it already, pretty much. And the goal of every stage is to collect all the soul stones, the golden orbs, and that opens the exit door. So the exit door, you can see it has these diagonally placed orbs. I think that tells you how many you have. And when you have all of them, you can use the exit door. Note that stages can be more than one screen, but the largest you'll see in this goal is 2 screens. Got some items, we've got a bunch of tips. We are using an extra password that gives us a lot of lives. Otherwise, this is probably gonna be a lot... would probably have hard game overs and be much more difficult. You cannot jump while holding an item. And cannot put down items without using them, so that's interesting. That's like, you really have to think about when you pick them up even. Be cautious lining up your digs. It targets a tile halfway in front of your character, okay. Enemies cannot be permanently killed, they'll always respawn. And red-grey doors can be opened by pushing against the flat side. Okay, both of our races still pretty much tied here. In I think is this stage 3, maybe 4? I was looking at the paste bin. I'm not entirely sure, but the stages really pick up in difficulty, so this is not as short as the previous race, even though it's just 7 stages. We can see on this stage that the stages sometimes wrap around, so if there's no other room connected, then you just wrap around from bottom to top and left, right. Looks like both have all the orbs collected, just have to get back to the door. And Schrammbles is there first, but Kostucha is almost there as well. Alright, in this stage we've got a bunch of tools here, a few pickaxes, a few drills. I think the pastebin explains what they do exactly, but I'm guessing the pickaxe digs down and the drill digs sideways. And the sword can be thrown and reused apparently. And here we've got a second room as well. I'm guessing the yellow item there is a boomerang, maybe? So on Schrammbles' screen we can see, well not anymore, that the exit door is very locked in here, so I guess digging from the top would be by far the easiest approach. Kostucha getting caught by an enemy, a mummy. That reminds me, okay, you can't jump with an item, but you can probably climb up the right ladder here. Opening up a hole there so you can grab the other items, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Like, how do you get to the top of the door then? Oh, Schrammbles digging like one tile to the side and is stuck then, restarts the stage. Kostucha trying to open this door from the wrong side, I think. That's a one-way door, I believe. So my naive thought here would be you have to get a pickaxe and then you can go around on the right side ladder and make a hole above the... Maybe I'm missing something because Kostucha is digging a hole there again instead of going to the big door. Not sure how you get into the big door then. Kostucha using the one-way door. Thankfully the enemies don't seem to be able to use it. Looks like all the drills are gonna be necessary over here where the golden orbs are. Schrammbles also collecting golden orbs. Has 3 of them. Needs another drill or pickaxe here. Both of them made that hole there. I still think you have to make a hole over the exit door first. And it looks like that's generally what this game is about. You really have to plan out the whole stage, or rather over multiple retries have to come to a plan. Both of them now making the hole over the exit door first. And I think now they're free to collect the orbs and make a hole on the right side there. Schrammbles grabbing a drill, probably on his way to the orbs next. Kostucha doing the same thing here. Kostucha gets blocked by this monster. Schrammbles waited for the monster to climb back up. Okay, Schrammbles opened up the way to the orbs, but still needs 2 more tools, I guess? Yeah. Move the orbs, still have a wall in front. This monster might get in the way of Schrammbles. Maybe it walks past. Alright. Oh, Kostucha also digging offset by 1, so is also probably stuck here. Yeah, restarting. Unfortunate. Schrammbles has 3 orbs and can probably get the last one easily now. Oh, runs into an enemy. That's kind of rude. It seems like you couldn't really have predicted that. Oh, maybe that's where it respawns. That could be. No, it comes out of the coffin down there. That's really unfortunate and kind of rude of the game. I wonder if, like, when you leave the room, do the enemies stay around? Yeah, I think this is generally a kind of a rude game, probably. But then again, if La Mulana is inspired by it, then it's not too surprising. Kostucha back at the orbs with a drill. Has opened up the path here. Schrammbles a bit earlier in the stage. But yeah, what I was wondering about earlier is, like, when you leave the room, do the enemies stay where they are? How do you know that you're not gonna run into an enemy right as you switch screens? Which I think was what happened to Schrammbles. Kostucha digging out orb number 3. If no enemy catches him, he should be good to finish this stage. And Kostucha digs out the last orb. Has an easy path here to the exit. Bramble still has all 4 orbs. Has 2 drills left. Did Schrammbles already open up a wall? Otherwise I don't think that's enough tools. Oh yeah, Schrammbles already did open the first wall. New stage for Kostucha here. Looks like we've got 2 rooms stacked vertically now. another of these push doors that you probably have to push from the other side. What's a new tool there in the top left? Is that like a hammer? I wonder what that does. Schrammbles also has all the orbs collected in the previous stage now. Might be a bit worried about the enemy. Oh yeah, okay, so the enemy follows you across screens. Kostucha digging open the path right as the enemy is standing next to it. That seems dangerous, but did work out safely. Seems like this stage is very split into left and right, and it's kinda not that easy to get across. You can get across on the other room. Kostucha grabbing the hammer. And the hammer just removes one column of the wall, which is not much. I think the drill does too, but maybe we don't have a drill in this stage. Oh, there's one. We do have a drill. Okay, so let's see. These two orbs are reachable without any tools. You just have to jump there, you can walk around. These two orbs you probably have to drill from the left, and then you can push open the wall, and then you need a tool. Like, you still have to... Oh, the door flips around. Okay, that's... I didn't expect that. Maybe the pastebin mentions it. I thought it's another one-way door. And this is where we use the hammer on Kostucha's side. Looks like Kostucha's doing it, but schrammbles is also close. No, schrammbles is actually already finishing the stage. Okay. I thought he still needed the other two orbs. But he already got those. Nice, let's go next stage. Special bonus. Kostucha also has all the orbs now. We get a new enemy in Schrammbles' stage. Some kind of jumping mummy. Guess I can't call it a vampire. We also have a new tool, a shovel. Which I guess just digs down, maybe straight down. Both of our players now in the same stage here, starting at the same time. It looks like we have to dig a little bit down and then, I'm not sure, can you jump to the orbs? I guess you'd have to... I think you just dig into the top and then you can walk right on this left screen here. If you have a shovel, you can just dig through the top and then walk right, and then you can jump to the other orb as well. Kostucha grabbing the shovel, Schrammbles also getting the shovel. Let's see what they use it for. Schrammbles digging out a hole in a very unfortunate spot. It didn't really work out. Looks like the placement is really important in this game and not obvious. Like, especially when you're digging down, or probably only when you're digging down, it's not very clear where the tools are gonna dig. The Kostucha has two orbs down. Needs the hammer down there. But then also, so with the hammer you can't jump, so I guess has to use the shovel first to dig a hole in the top left. He can fall down with the hammer. Looks like Schrammbles is gonna do that as well. Yeah, there we go. Correctly digging. Kostucha also carefully placing himself for the shovel dig. Both players with the same approach here. Pretty much at the same place. Schrammbles has the hammer, opens up the wall. Oh, Schrammbles still needs the other two orbs. Kostucha just needs this one. And Kostucha has the orbs. Might have been able to jump up there. I'm not sure how high you jump. Schrammbles reset. I missed why, but that's a little bit of a setback there. Maybe dug in the wrong spot again. Seems like a common problem in this game. Kostucha moving on to stage 6. Our goal is beat stage 7. But as far as I remember, these stages are gonna become quite a bit more difficult. Oh, looks like we can push blocks now. It's a genuine Sokoban adjacent game now. So we've got some kind of rolling enemy. So the interaction with the block there might be relevant. Maybe blocking that rolling enemy off. Kostucha running into the enemy with a drill. Maybe trying to use it as a weapon. Schrammbles on his way to finish the previous stage. Very careful with getting this hammer. Ah, okay. Because the enemy can also climb that ladder. Getting really blocked by this enemy, but has the hammer now. Path to the orb is free. Right, Schrammbles just has to get to the door. And Schrammbles also finishes stage 5. I think the paste spin says that you can stand on the rock enemy, or maybe that's only when it has the rock form, the ball form. So I guess it becomes very important here to use this rock enemy correctly, to guide it the right way. Looks like we have to drop down on the right side to get this drill on Kostucha's screen. Schrammbles is going to the right side. Okay, but already has a drill. Is that useful? I'm not really sure what the drill is gonna... Maybe it digs the wall on the left to get to the second orb. But then that probably means that you don't want to drop the rock enemy in there. You want to be ahead of the rock enemy. And then here you can probably catch the rock enemy further higher up and drill left to get the orbs. Because there's no pickaxe on this stage, we only have 2 drills. So there's one drill here to get to the second orb. And then one on the upper room to dig into the space with the 2 orbs. So I think, yeah, you have to stand on the rock guy in the upper room, probably. And you can use the ice block, or whatever this block is here, to restrict the rock enemy so that it doesn't roll right. Oh, I guess you can just use the block yourself. Okay, that also works, of course. Might be easier. Okay, Kostucha getting in the lower 2 orbs. That's a nice piece of progress. So, Schrammbles is also getting those right now. Kostucha was caught by an enemy. I wonder if the rock enemy dropped down there. Was hard to see, but he died on the ladder. I don't think the rock enemy can make it there. Maybe another enemy climbed up and down. Kostucha trying to puzzle out this upper room, I think. The rock enemy rolling down? Yeah, okay. Okay. Kostucha's dropping the block down. Not sure if that can lead anywhere. That blocks the orbs here, which is bad. So I think both players had the lower room here solved already. And the problem is mostly how to approach this upper room. And yeah, my guess would be you can drill into the wall next to the upper orb. If you stand either on a block or on the rock guy. Remember baiting the rock guy down on the right side. Gets the lower two orbs. Now let's see if schrammbles can figure out this upper room as well. As it will. Just has to walk the long way around. Okay, schrammbles opens up this path. Now how do you get over there? Can you just jump over? Or push the block by one, maybe? schrammbles has to get around the rock guy. Might be dangerous. I think you can only stand on it when it's a rock and not when it's a guy. I'm just grabbing the boomerang. Can you pick up items with the boomerang? Okay, just pushed the block by one tile and was able to go over, just walk over. Emerald just has to get to the exit now. Do you need the block maybe to get to the exit? I'm not sure you can just walk there. I'm guessing you don't wanna drop the... Oh, maybe it works if you drop the block down on the left side, I'm not sure. Trevor's probably baiting the rock guy to the right side. Okay. And there we go, schrammbles figured out how to get to the exit door. So schrammbles is moving on to stage 7. Kostucha also figuring out how to get all the orbs. But still has to get to the exit. That's another puzzle. One last puzzle here. Well, let's have a look at Schrammbles' stage here. We've got a lot of tools available. And also more orbs. So up to now we only had 4 orbs, now there's 6. Oh, and those bridges disappear. Okay. I wonder if you're expected to come in from the top left. If that bridge disappears, then you... Well, we'll see. Schrammbles does restart the stage. Kostucha gets caught by an enemy. There's another one of these single-use bridges that Schrammbles just deleted, which gives him access to the pickaxe, I guess. But then he's gonna fall onto the bridge, so maybe he should deal with the other stuff up here first. With this drill he could get both orbs, but then I think you're supposed to fall down all the way with the drill from here. And then come back up with another drill. Oh, but you can't jump with tools. It seems like this stage is getting pretty complicated. In order to get the 2 drills on this room, I guess you have to dig down with the pickaxe. Like fall onto the bridge and walk left. And then, yeah. So I'm not sure that Schrammbles' approach is good here. He's trying to walk under the monster, okay, interesting experiment. I wasn't sure if that would be possible. Okay, Schrammbles falls down here with a drill again. But I think that's a problem, because that erases the... Oh, you can use the bridge twice? Is that it? I guess that changes things. Oh, you can walk under the enemy. But still, Schrammbles erased the bridge, and I think he would need it to fall down with a pickaxe and then walk left. Schrammbles only missing 2 orbs. Here's the pickaxe, but now he can't get to a useful spot with it. Unless he can walk all the way around? No, because there's a little bit in the way up there. Yeah, I think Schrammbles can't solve this stage now. Takes a death there anyway. I think you have to fall down in the middle here with the pickaxe, and then you can dig down to the first drill, and then later you can come back there. Kostucha still taking a lot of unfortunate deaths here on stage 6, it seems. Might be getting impatient. I think Kostucha has the stage mostly figured out. Thankfully, looks like that enemy can't climb ladders on Kostucha's side. I think Kostucha would need to bait the red guy right, like schrammbles did. Has to jump over that enemy, didn't work. Another costly death, has to redo the stage. Schrammbles did dig down here in the lower path now. Has a drill. Can get that orb and can get the other orb later. Yeah, you drop down, go right. Can get back out, so you can easily get this drill. Where do you use that drill? Here, because the upper drill is for the lower room, I suppose. And that should be all the orbs for schrammbles. Yeah, schrammbles has all orbs, just has to get to the exit. That's our goal, beat stage 7. And schrammbles makes it to the exit, and I think that's it. GG's to schrammbles with a recorded time of 35:55, and the comment John Mulana strikes again. And I think Kostucha forfeited. I'm not sure how much we're gonna see. Okay, looks like you can stand on the rock guy even when he's not in rock form. Kostucha gets smacked by the rock guy. And I think that might be it. Let's see. No, my VOD is going on for another 6 minutes. Not sure if there's anything happening on that though. Let me give that a quick check so we don't sit here for 6 minutes without anything. Oh yeah, looks like that's it for this race. Alright, Schrammbles won that match, which was, which round again? Lizard 6. Let's see where that led. Schrammbles went on to face Yuge in Lizard 7 and lost against Yuge.